fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Yeah. The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo. What's going on, y'all? It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, we in the building.
And here we go. Another trip around the sun.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is, man. We out here rocking. We rocking hard. It is crazy out here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Is my mic up?
Yeah, your mic is up.
Okay. Yeah, we good, man. But it's definitely a movie out there. Every time you turn around, there's something wild going down. But you know, that's why Rally Radio's here.
Can't front though.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy out there now. This summer is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting if you live in NYC, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna get very interesting. And you know why?
Why is that?
Because the speed limit is officially gonna drop to 20 miles an hour. Officially. They have officially signed Sammy's Law into effect. The governor has signed it. No problem. She signed it Thursday.
She probably used a good hand too.
I don't know. You mean the hand that she said that
Absolutely.
It's crazy. Telling you, she signed it. It's going down.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, NYC is turning to, how we said it? The new New York.
It's turning crazy out here, son.
New New York.
It's
like one
bad.
of those.
It's getting bad out here.
It's getting it's getting real rated off, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Rated your pockets, rated your car, everything, son.
Everything, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. It's a beautiful day outside too. Right? You ain't lying about that.
Listen, man, not for nothing. Everybody might as well just give up the gas joints if we're not gonna do that. So I just want to put that out there right now.
Listen,
that's it. That's it.
Nah, I don't think that's it.
Listen, man. I'm just saying, it's wicked out here, yo. What we gonna do? You know, we gotta band together. That's what we got to do.
I think at the end of the day, they really applying the pressure as far as like what they're going to do. And like I said, there's a lot to talk about today too.
Because there's no resistance. Like it may look like it's some resistance somewhere. That's just to put up a little show, make it a little entertaining for people. But ain't no real resistance. Think about it. These auto manufacturers have been around for how long now, kid?
They've been around for a little while.
For a minute.
But at the same time, it's not only the automakers. Like I said, us not buying these EVs are putting a damper in their plans.
Sure it is, but now they're gonna implement another plan.
Like and another damper where it's coming from is China. At the end of the day, China got some cheap EVs ready to go to the United States, and Biden's like, nah, we're gonna put heavier tariffs. But the problem is that a lot of the batteries that are inside of these things have parts from China, have minerals from China, from China owned, and this is why the prices on these things can't come down. They caught in the catch-22 right now. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop your name, drop a comment so we can shout you out. You already know what it is. We talking about it today, though. They're not selling. EVs are not selling. Tesla just laid off their whole supercharger team. Is this the end of electric vehicles? No.
Absolutely not.
What's going to happen is they're going to apply more pressure now. They're like, obviously, this didn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit more different. Shout out to my guy, Shy. What's good, Shy? I'm going to tell you right now, kid, it's going down loudly. Don't think that this is it. And a lot of people, shout out to my guy, Coach K.
Let's go,
Coach K is in the building.
Let's go.
You. Let's go, SP the Don. Shout out to my guy, Shy. What's good?
Go, SP the Don, clutch working. Let's
go. He said, plays Jackson 5. Is this the end? I would like to believe that these EVs are through, though. But at the end of the day, like I said, we said this last week, you got a lot of car guys that are just buying into it. Like, yo, I'm with it.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Can't call yourself a straight car guy. Shout out to my guy, Shot Lemon. I ain't seen
you know what? What if they like hybrid car enthusiasts?
I don't think there's a such thing.
I mean, well,
Like I put it like this.
Hey.
My thing is,
Yeah.
obviously hybrids are where they're gonna go next. That should have been the more trivial move.
But why not though? That's another conversation. Like why they ain't
What do you
putting
mean?
pressure on the hybrids though when they should have been doing that? Because that was a far better alternative. People was getting next to the hybrids.
Yeah. And ultimately, because it has a gas engine in it still.
Exactly. This is what I mean. Like, but it's something about going full electric though. Something about more control. It's something about, boxing us in. I think that's what it really come down to. You know what I'm saying? And then again, you got those hybrid car guys out there. I'm calling them that down. You know what I'm saying? Because one minute they down for the autos, next minute they raving for the EV. So they hybrids to me. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even.
They're like a liking. Oh, snap.
I can't even call them that. Shout to my guy, Coach K. Like I said. Shout to Anthony Green, my guy.
Yeah. So
shout to Shy Lemon.
Let's go.
Shout to SP the Dawn. We appreciate y'all early.
Factory.
Now the thing is, the title of the show is exactly what it is. EVs are not selling. They're not selling
for now.
Tesla is laying off their supercharger team. They laid off a lot of people over the past couple days.
Yeah,
and we already know that this is a power play by Elon. It's a power play. Their stock is tanking right now. Anyway, their stock is tanking.
Yeah.
Probably still one of the better run businesses, though. For whatever reason, his debt is still not as high as some people. But at the same time, he's laying them off for a reason. He's like, you know what? Why should I keep a supercharger team if the United States cannot commit to going full electric? The problem is this: a lot of these electric car companies or car companies that want to go electric, just a couple months ago, signed on to use the same plug that they was using.
Dang.
So now that they done signed on and use the same plug, if he don't keep doing it, they lose too. This guy's playing real chess.
Nah, he is. But you know my
Shout
thing
to
is
Clarence Alexander. He's in the building.
Let's go. You know my thing is though. Like I look at these, these automotive.
Shout to my guy Reeves. I mean, to cut you off. Shout to Dangerous Damien.
Let's go, Dangerous Damien.
He tapped in front of the garage.
Let's go. He probably swapping out a freaking supercharger or something, replacing a rear differential or something, full lock joint.
And he was supposed to invite us for that.
Yeah, man, it's all good though.
It's okay.
But yo, you know what I was thinking? Like, I don't know how you feel. Like I feel like these automotive manufacturers, right? They've been around for so long. They've been doing research and develop all sorts of R&D, right? Why they ain't just drop their own electric charge station? You know what I'm saying? If they really was, if they really wanted to get into it,
because they didn't.
But they could have though.
But they didn't. Remember, this is look. Let's be honest here, man.
Let's keep it a beam.
He was one
of the radio.
Tesla was one of the first electric car companies. Fully electric.
He was definitely one of the first electric appliance companies with wheels on it.
Right.
I agree.
Right. But at the same time, shout out to my guy Reeves. Said, can't invite you, don't answer your calls.
Sheesh.
I gotta give him a shout out though.
That's a fact.
I can't front this. I've been like busy beyond.
Yeah, I know. So it's a fact that happens. But
I owe for that, man. I apologize for that, man. I'll tell you this: when it comes down to it, Tesla's not selling. To me, even if they was good looking cars.
Ooh, I can't even put good looking in Tesla vehicles even in the same sentence.
It looked like every time I see one, I think of Kermit the Frog.
You know what's wild? People may disagree with this, and I know, we got a couple Benz enthusiasts out there. You know that GLE? It looked like that Model 3.
Oh no, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh no, I'm going that far. I'm going that far.
As a matter of fact,
I'm there. I went there and I came back.
As a matter of fact, Mercedes-Benz just recently said they're pondering putting that 8 right back in the AM.
Mercedes-Benz ain't, man. Mercedes is in the win with it. They ain't a win. But another thing I wanted to say.
What's that?
What was promised, right? When this guy started talking about, I'm gonna get these EVs together for y'all. Like, what do you think possibly was talked about for them to make want to make such a big impact with these things? Because it's amazing. Like you said, he just let go a bunch of people.
Yep.
They probably worked out some wild deal.
Yep.
Like, I wonder what was possibly said, because out of nowhere, EV just got out of control. Yes. Do you remember that? It was like 1 minute it was like gas engine. Yeah. 1 minute.
It's what he
EVs.
It's what he promised him. He said, listen.
He had to promise him something, son. Or they promised him something. Somebody promised somebody something.
I think he promised them access to his supercharger. And remember, whenever the heat come down on him, what does he do?
If you ask me, he shifts the blame off somewhere. He start letting people go. He start pulling back on things, all kind of stuff.
Yo, he start wilding.
Factory.
He start wilding.
Cobra Commander style.
Cobra. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, that's what he is. But just to look at the whole thing as a whole, like not even just Teslas.
Okay.
Because he is at the apex of this. He is the apex of electric vehicles. If he decides to lay off his whole supercharger team, that does not just affect Tesla. That affects all of them. And the fact that the Chinese EV companies like NIO and all that, they're waiting. They're at the, okay, if he don't want to do it, we'll do it. And Biden is doing the best he can to hold him back. Who knows how long that's going to work? Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop a like, drop a comment so we can shout you out. So I think that's really the...
But you know, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm thinking about, right? Like you said, he laid off a bunch of the whole entire supercharge team, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you don't notice, or nobody probably really does notice anyway, but I just want to know what was possibly said or what you even think was said, because what do you think America was really trying to do, or the government was really trying to do to us in order for everybody to get on board with this EV thing? Because it seemed like
they made laws. We talked about that.
Yeah, they did, right? But it's like, if they did all this and this wasn't successful, what is the next move? The next move is, yo, knock, knock. We gonna need y'all to come up off those. I'm telling you, son.
I believe you.
I'm telling you, because it's like, what is possibly next? Because we know y'all trying to go in our pockets every which way. Registration going up, insurance going up, like everything is wild. So what can possibly be the next move, son?
The next move is to have you benefit from not owning a car.
That's what I mean. But they tried that. They tried to give you more dough.
No. They're trying to make you benefit from not owning, i.e., speed cameras everywhere, red light cameras everywhere, exhaust cameras everywhere, congestion pricing everywhere. You benefit from not owning. How can insurance be high if the speed limit is 25 miles an hour? How? But at the end of the day, they're preaching it. And no, we're going to have to raise your rates. Why?
Yeah, on top of that, how is it higher when it's autonomous driving now?
Come on, son. This is what I'm saying.
So you're right, but again, they trying to hit us in the pockets every which way, and we still not budging. I think it's time for us to do action on now. Like, it's okay to not budge, but when we're gonna get on the offense, you know what I'm saying? Because
what would be your idea of offense?
Well, for one, we all need to get together, storm the house.
Oh, see, now
power play.
All right, we gonna mute this one. Yeah, they about to shut us off.
Power play.
What did he say? They about to shut. Okay. With that being said, man, it's Rally Radio. You don't know what it is, man. It's the beard in one head.
Let's go, S.I Shawn. Let's do it.
We about to jump right in, man. We got a lot of show for you, a lot of things going on. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Some of the things that we're gonna be talking about today. But if you want to call up, the number is 516-206-0711. You know where to find us, man. Bars and Hoops Radio. We are here. We are in the building. So with that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to everybody out there who've been, rocking with Rally Radio, who've been spreading the word. We really appreciate that. Also want to rock with those or shout out those who still rocking with the gas powered cars. They not letting up. They still out there pushing them V8s, them turbo straight sixes. They acting out there crazy. We appreciate that because you know what? They want us to stop.
That's a fact.
They do.
That's a fact.
So let's go, yo.
That's a fact. And with it being a nice sunny Saturday afternoon, we definitely don't want to eat up all your time out there. But at the same time, we appreciate those who rock with us. Shout out to SP. Said I'm with SI on this. It's been time for automotive. Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Boy.
Let's go. That's what I'm so before we move on, Obed one, like if we don't do that, we got to get a petition together. Like we got to really get busy because it's only so much we could do by standing still.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we leave it up to them. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go to.
We can't
do what?
Storm the Capitol. That we already see how that happened.
I mean, okay, you know what? If we can't storm it, we could be out there with the V's idling, 1,000 deep. You're 500 deep.
Listen,
Come on, son.
listen, I'll be like this. Yo, S.I, how did that go? He coming with like, what happened? Yo, son, they beat me up bad. Shout out to my guy Mark Camp before he's in the building, baby. On the mark photography. Let's go.
Let's go. Powers and numbers, y'all.
Power is in numbers.
That's a fact. We can't be going to these call meets and just looking at each other V's. Next thing you know, ain't gonna be no V's to look at.
It's to tell you the truth, right? And I think I spoke about this.
Let's go.
I watched the episode of Larry Chen Photography. Now, Larry Chen, we already know, is one of the when it comes to automotive photography, he's one of the biggest automotive photographers out there.
Yes.
And he did a YouTube video on what they got to go through in Hong Kong.
And
I was in shock.
But doesn't it still amaze you how they still out there modifying though?
And modifying heavily.
This is when correct me if I'm wrong. I thought he said like people get harassed if you got wheels on a car. You get harassed if you got suspension on a car. Cars lowered. Like it don't even have to be a crazy engine setup or nothing. If you got wheels, suspension, they own you.
And not for nothing.
Spoilers, they own you.
They said all the cops got to do is look and say, that's modified, and take it.
Oh, no.
So imagine you got a rare Nismo 400R and you happen to take it out for a car, which did happen in one of his episodes. The guy had a Nissan R34 GTR V-Spec 2 NER, and they took it. Oh, my goodness.
See, this is what I mean. Like, it's going to get to a point, like the bidder one just said. It's going to get like that over here if we keep playing around with them.
That's a fact.
Shout out to
Mark. He said, take my straight pipe car. Where? Said, okay, I'm
telling
down.
you.
So I'm saying, man, shout to Reach. He said, remember, idling tickets are a thing. It takes a snitch to take a pic of your plate and you get a ticket in the mail. That's a fact. And they get paid. Shout to my guy Dave who's in the building.
Let's go, Dave. I mean, we got to come up with something. I mean, I guess we could do burnouts and make the block every now and again.
Oh, my goodness.
Whatever. We got to make some noise. Let's go.
Listen, the whole thing is this. At the end of the day, creating mass hysteria and havoc is not it. Because
that's what they do.
That's what they do. But at the end of the day,
monkey see monkey.
You got a lot of car guys who's just not gonna be with it. You got to do something that everybody can do. And you know what that is?
What?
That is actually start a coalition.
Man, man, people not even with that. People not even with no coalition. They not with nothing, son.
This is where the problem is.
Because you know why? At the end of the day, I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it once. I'll probably say it a bunch of times.
He's jumping out the window.
These people are not enthusiasts for real. They can care less about a V, an engine at that.
It's a fact.
100%. Because look all the time that went past and look where we at now already. It's like night and day. Like, oh, it's bad.
But they was with it. This is what I'm saying. They was with it. And they got the right people.
Sure.
They was with it. They was with it.
You know why? Because like you said, they got the right people now. But when they didn't, we should have been at the gate already. Like you was telling me, oh man, they were trying to implement exhaust tickets years ago. That's when we should have been like, all right, hold up, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
But they did. See, I will say this.
Okay.
Cuomo was in office. That was in 2005, 2006. Cuomo was in office.
Okay.
The difference is that Cuomo is a car enthusiast.
But that's what I mean. We can't.
He was like, nah. The EPA was trying, or the EPA. They were trying to start a thing where if you had a modified motorcycle exhaust or car exhaust, they wanted $1,000 if you get caught. And then the second time they wanted to run it up more. Let me tell you, the bill went to him the same way it go to Hochul, the same. And when it went to him, he said, no, I'm not signing that. And this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he is an enthusiast too, by the way.
Yeah, but
at the end of the day, we don't have them people. Look at where it's going. You don't have them kind of people.
Nah, you're right, Ben. That's why I agree with you. We want
to Booty Cake.
Oh man, Booty Cake is wild.
He's wild, and he's gonna try to run for president eventually too. You know it.
He is. But look, we have one person, but we can't leave it up to them. We can't. No. We can't be like, oh man, I hope an enthusiast get in the door. How are we gonna do that?
I don't know. At the end of the day,
I don't know.
Honest opinion, I could see definitely things going back and retreating to back underground. And it reminds me of like when I first started getting into the car thing.
Okay.
it's like everything, it was out there, but it wasn't out there. You had speed shops, they could sell you parts, but to get stuff installed and stuff, it was a little different. You had to really work hard to find these places. Then it got to a point where it was popping up on every corner.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna retreat right back to that. But in the meantime, we got so much more show for y'all, man. Y'all ready to get down? Here we go, man.
Let's
you ready?
go. Let's go.
You ready? You seem like you ready. He in his feelings right now. He's
Nah,
like,
man, you know, because the autos, if I say anything about the autos, man, they help me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't be so good for them to be getting treated this way and us be getting treated this way. Next thing you know, we're gonna be trying to work on EVs. I'm like, yo, better one, man. Can you help me take out this 30,000 pound battery, sir? Pardon me, 3,000 pound battery? You got the forklift in the back?
I'm be like this, bro. Throw the whole car away. But
throw the whole V away. Let's
throw
go.
the whole V away. It has just, but it's true though. When you think about it, right? You can pull your car into the backyard, work on your car. Shout to my guy Reap. Same thing. You can pull your car into the back and work on your car and be proud of it. You can't do that with an electric vehicle. You're gonna pull it into the base and tap on the laptop a little bit and be like this up.
Meanwhile, you tapping on the laptop. You ain't uploading no tune. You ain't doing nothing cool. You just like this. Oh man, let me just check the voltage.
Or how about this? Now you're getting hit with piracy charges because the government said that ECU that controls that electric vehicle is private property. You hit with piracy charge. That's what they doing.
Yes, I know. It's getting bad. Son.
It's getting bad,
right, y'all. Y'all keep playing.
It's getting bad.
I keep playing, man.
With that being said, we gonna jump right in. So with that going on, like I said, shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Got a good show. Here we go. Now, if you tuned in last week, you probably heard a lot of show that we was talking about. Give them a little recap, man. What was we talking about over there last week?
So one of the things we was talking about is enthusiasts low-key being priced out of the whole atmosphere.
Crazy.
Factory. And we have came to the conclusion that we are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's been going on for I'm a little old now. It's been going down for a little while now. I want to say about 10, 15 years is on its way, right?
Right.
One of the things is that that we talked about is that even stock vehicles cannot get over on these sound exhaust cameras.
Yeah, that was a big issue that we talked about.
Huge issue. So you had this guy, his name was Jerry H, right? He managed to cop his dream car 911 Carrera S 2010. Right? So he so happened to be leaving a tunnel. What was it? What tunnel was that? Midtown tunnel.
He was leaving the Midtown tunnel.
Doing 35 miles an hour. He went past the camera. They got him. He turned around, $800 ticket. He fought it to tooth and nail. Twice on 2 occasions. Paperwork made sense. His whole story made sense. And they say, you know what, fam? We don't even care about this, B. Hold it down.
You're done.
And then make matters worse. He had to sell a car. He bought an Integra Type S. He chose to sell a car. No. He was forced into selling. I believe they forced him to sell a car.
He chose. I couldn't have sold the Porsche and bought an Acura Integra Type S. That's a tough bullet to bite. You know what I mean?
It is, because you know what's wild? He didn't even go for the Type R. That says a lot. But I think they forced him to sell that car. So. Think about it, because you're right. If he didn't sell it, if they didn't force him to sell it, he'd just say, you know what, man, I'm just gonna get rid of it. How do you go there?
I think the moral of the story is that we don't know where these exhaust cameras are.
100%.
And for that's why he said, you know what, I'm done with it, because I could be driving anywhere and you don't know and you get an exhaust ticket. So I think you got to really look at that. And like I said, we talked about that last week. That was actually a good conversation.
Yeah, it was, man. It was a good conversation. It's just wild though. Like either he's being forced or you're not being forced for you to come up with that decision. Like, you know, I got to get rid of this car that I've been trying to absolutely obtain. I just got to pitch it. I don't know.
Listen, people leaving out in massive droves, bro. People leaving NYC in massive droves, kid, because of things like that.
Yeah, that is true.
And then they like, well, take the train. You don't need a car in New York City. Yeah, you take the train. You need boxing lessons. You take the train. You better have You better know how to defend yourself, son.
Said
You know how many people?
lessons.
You know how many? Listen, you just had a girl stabbed in the neck, 17 years old,
Yeah.
getting off the train.
Sheesh.
You had a little girl slashed in the back of her head. She's 11 years old, slashed, getting on the train. Yo,
Man.
people got to think of it.
I
We're
mean,
even gonna talk about some with the belt.
oh,
I know you saw that.
Nah, I ain't even peeped that.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Nah, I'm good.
You don't want to see that. That right there. Don't get me started, man. It's crazy out here. But they like, yo, they don't want you in the safety of your own car.
Nah.
Now we want you trying to get on the subway. You know how ill it is in these streets right now?
Yo, it's crazy.
Yo, it's so ill. You seen the dude that was in the back of the Uber?
No,
Or the back of the cab?
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was trying to get over on the cab, like, yo, show me your address. He said, nah, he hops out. And when the cab driver slows down, he pull out the blicky and start shooting at him. Pooh Shiesty mask on. Talking about, yo, this is not an Uber, bro. You're getting me tight. That's crazy. It's wild outside. It's wild outside. And they're like, yo, get on the subway.
Yeah, right now. Get on the floor.
Now.
It's okay. You're good.
They walking you off the plank one by one.
You know, they're holding your hand while they do it.
They
They're
like-
like, nah, yo, we got you. I'm gonna usher you over here to a safe, nice, cozy spot.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, son.
Sit down, and then you got the EDP that come in there as soon as they leave, son. He come right in the train
Yo,
car.
right on cue though. Like, all right, they left.
Y'all will have to do this. But yo, somebody got to give me something, man. I need something to eat. Damn, wow. What I'm saying, son, it's crazy outside. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, son,
It's bad. So it's terrible. Though. I ain't going front. It's
I
terrible.
cannot stress enough how good you need to be in self-defense to ride the train. I can't.
Yo, we've been saying this. We're gonna say it again. Eat your Wheaties. You gotta eat your Wheaties.
More than that, do 10 clips of 20 before you get on the train. 10 clips, yo, be strong. It's wild enough. Yo, son, I wish I was lying. But it's crazy out there, man.
Woo. Nah,
Shout to
seriously,
my
though.
guy Dolph Spalding's in the building early.
Wow.
Let's go. SP said tickets for everything. Slower speeds, high insurance rates for cars they don't want us to drive. These people chose violence.
This is what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Somebody out there, they get it. They understand where I'm coming from. They chose violence.
Listen, it's not that we don't see it.
Nah, we don't see it. That's why we
It's
so
not like we
stagnant.
don't- no, it's not like we don't
B.
see it, kid.
Yo, we
see
got
it.
the blondes on. You know how the horses racing and they only, they got the things covering their eyes? Yeah, that's us.
No, son.
That's us.
I keep it a buck. I'm looking outside. Like I said, if you own, people want to drive their cars because they feel safe, right? They taking that away. They're like, yo, just take the train. It's safe. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. It is not. It is not. I ride the train every day. You know what? I ride the train. I walk around in a figure 8 the whole time.
He said you.
I be walking around in a figure 8 so I can see what's going on out here, son. It's crazy out here, son. You might just have them telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, people so paranoid on the train, you can see it in their eyes, bro.
Nah, I
They
believe
be
you.
on the train, they be like this. Look.
Yeah.
Paranoid, son. Paranoid. I don't blame them, son, because it's crazy outside.
Man,
son.
listen, man. They not playing fair and they know that.
But like I said, that ain't got nothing. We're gonna get into the EVs, bro. We apologize. Sometimes we go off on a tangent.
Nah,
just
because it
a little
get crazy out here, son. Yo, we gotta let the people know, like, yo, this is man. Listen, when you go down there and you start hearing that Street Fighter music, yo, just put your hands up.
Be ready.
Sit.
Be ready, because it's going down. And don't say the bearded one nobody didn't tell y'all, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, son.
This ain't for the light at heart. Don't
Nah,
be
it's
afraid.
Nah.
Don't be afraid, yo.
Nah, you really can't though.
Defend yourself.
You can't, because that might be your only shot. You know what I'm
Telling
saying?
you, kid. Cats is getting shot on it. Yo, remember there was a point it was like pulling a gun out on a train is like,
Yeah.
it's blasphemy.
Yeah.
Not no more. Not no more, son. They realized that down there's no real way.
It's like another world.
Yeah, son. You going underground.
You're underground, son. Fight Club.
Underground. Fight Club. They're like, watch your back. You better watch your back. That's how I'll be like, yo, forget it, kid. It's not worth it, bro. Shout to everybody who's tuned there paying attention. Shout to my guy Parker. He's in the building early. Shout to Sean Parker. With that being said, we're going to jump right into this little
Let's go.
news we got going on. We're going to jump right into the show, man. Let's get to it. You ready? Let's get it.
Weekly Specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
Shout out to my guy, Mr. 2J. He's in the building as well. Let me tell you something, son. It's definitely getting crazy out here, man. Definitely getting crazy out here. And we can see it for ourselves. But we're going to set it off with this first thing. This is really, really a really interesting thing. And we talked about this earlier. And this is pretty much the gist of the show. The way that Elon Musk, he laid off the whole supercharger team.
Yo, he even took it upon himself to lay off one of his ex-employees who was sleeping in a lot to meet production numbers.
Hold up, because say that one again, because that is crazy.
Yo, he took it upon himself to lay off his ex-employee. Homeboy was in a lot, sleeping in his car. He didn't even go home to meet production numbers for him. He said, you know what, Mr. Elon, I'm dedicated to this. I got you. He said, yeah, okay, fam.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Cold-blooded.
Cobra. But at the end of the day, matter of fact, I didn't know we was going to start so early, but
I know.
The Understeer,
What else?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
first off, that employee is the understeer.
But yo, you know what? Yo, he dedicated.
No.
No?
He's stupid. He's stupid. First off, there's no way that I'm sleeping in any kind of parking lot for any employer unless it's on their time. I'm going to say it straight up and down. No. If I could work that hard for you, I could work that hard for myself. So he gets...
It's the Understeer,
I'm sorry.
What up?
where we like to ask,
What the hell was you thinking?
Like, I agree with you 100% right there. That's definitely over the top. But what if he was promising? He like, yo, you know what, man? Yo, you do this right here. Got you. You're going to move up. You're going to be that guy.
That's good, because we need people like that in life that you could just get over on.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? We need people like that. Shout out to my guy Reeps. He said you got two options: be rich and get a modern car, paid insurance, car no do mods, all while trying to pass inspection, or get an old school car collector's insurance and build it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually smart.
Crash or not crash.
It don't matter. At that point, it's over. It's old school.
Don't
fix
matter.
it.
Yeah, they fix it. Then
Fix the body.
Then you gotta have the stupid receipt to show them, and you still might not get over because they. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they don't make it easy.
I don't know.
All
Well, I tell you what. When it comes to these electric vehicles, this is where it gets interesting now. Check this out. Elon Musk's decision to gut Tesla's electric vehicle charging team is scrambling plans for rolling out new fast charging stations and may delay Joe Biden's efforts to electrify the United States highways.
Let's go.
Last year, the Biden administration announced rules for an ambitious plan to expand the country's charging infrastructure and jumpstart EV production. Under the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program, the government is doling out $5 billion to states over 5 years to build 500,000 EV chargers. Do y'all remember when we talked about that? They said $5 billion. And we both said they got $5 billion to electrify America.
Son, 5?
But can't clean up the neighborhoods for nothing.
See, and that's what I mean, right, Bedon? You just said it. Like, they got the time and energy and resources to do that, but like you said, they can't go into the town, fix that up real quick.
But they could surely give these benefit packages to all these other countries for $90 billion with no problem.
But
$90 billion? You can start a whole country with 90. You give me $90 billion.
son,
We'll start a whole country. We call Rally Radio the world.
that's a fact, but it's actually nerve-wracking knowing that they could do that. And we still like this. Just sitting by, waiting by. We idling.
You know why?
Boost
loading.
loading.
You know why? Because they put him in office. We're even going to get into that, though. Check this out. EV market leader Tesla, which also operates the largest network of fast chargers called superchargers in the U.S. and is the biggest winner so far from those federal funds, was seen as a crucial part of the plan, right? Since news of Tesla's abrupt EV charging layoff surfaced, executives at charging companies say they have been receiving phone calls from landlords looking for a new partner for their private charging projects after Tesla them pulled out. Now the charging companies are preparing for Tesla to pull out of the federal program. That, they say, could throw a wrench in an already slow rollout. You hear that? The guy's not stupid. If Tesla backs out, then the solicitation by states for NEVI-funded charging projects starts over, he told Reuters. A lot of these sites aren't going to get built this year or within the time frames that were initially dictated. Do you hear that? So now, with that being said, him laying off his I'm going to show you how much he does not care. He's a true businessman. And you start to learn when it comes to business, it's cutthroat. It is. That's just, what do they say? It's business. Let me tell you why Elon Musk is playing business. He said, you know what? If I'm leading the charge for supercharging network and the United States cannot promise me that we are going to go forward with electric vehicles, I don't care if people don't want them. I don't care if it doesn't put if it puts other car companies out of business. I want to run the supercharging team. And if I can't do it, then why should I keep them?
So you think that was a move to let them know, like, yo, listen, I don't care if it's your people.
Yes.
All they don't work no more. That's it. Unemployment.
He put in the United States on notice that I'm not going to keep building supercharging networks for you to not push Americans forward into electric vehicles.
So you're trying to tell me he's trying to have the whole EV game in a chokehold.
Yeah, he's muscling.
He's
muscling America now. And this is exactly what we don't want. He's got
but wait though, you got people like Dr. Phil said, you had those who went to go cop. We've been talking about how he's Cobra, how it's just business all day, every day.
But at the end of the day, enough people not copping. And ultimately, a lot of car companies are seeing that and they're flexing on their electric Cadillac. Cadillac said, nope, we're not going to be full electric by 2030. We still got gas-powered cars we making. Chevy backed out of a lot of their electric because they was like, you know what? We going that way. Ford going into hybrid.
That's true.
Toyota never, ever said we doing it. We'll go hybrid first. So now you got car companies, Hyundai, all of them are now pushing out hybrids. She's like, no, wait a minute. We can't let that happen, because if we let that happen, that means that the electric car dream for him starts to slow down.
But you know what's funny? You don't hear Volvo backing out yet.
Volvo just signed a deal with I want to say they signed a deal with America. They got electric semi trucks now, and they're using them in California, and they're proud of it. So do what you want to do. Caller. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Who we got?
What's going on, Jay? Let's
it
go. Is? Can y'all hear the caller? I don't know if y'all can hear the caller. Go ahead, Jay. What's up, kid? What's going on? Yo, Jay.
Jay, you there?
Yo, Jay, you can hear us?
Man.
Man, what happened? It came out from the speaker. Can you hear me now? I can hear you, Jay. Can y'all hear Jay? Let us know if you can hear him. I'm telling you. Yeah, I can hear you good. Why is that?
What happened?
Right.
And
they didn't force him to. Yo, Jay, you get he can't hear. Yo, Jay, you can hear us now? You can hear us? This thing is we got problems with this phone. We're gonna have to settle this. But real quick, what's your thoughts though as far as the electric thing in California? Are they pushing or are they starting to slow down? Oh. Oh, and Rivian is actually, those are the only ones that are doing well. Well, Rivian, they're not doing the greatest, but at the end of the day, they're not doing great either. Jay, we gotta fix the phones first before we call back. Give us a minute. We're gonna tweak these phones a little bit because the people can't hear you. I want them to hear what you're saying. All right, give me about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Call right back. Yeah. All right. All right. Later. Peace. We apologize for the phone game, y'all. The phones are acting up.
Mm-hmm.
We apologize because I know a lot of cats got a lot that they want to talk about. We want to hear it.
Factory.
But at the end of the day,
yeah,
exactly what Jay was saying. Shout to Jay, by the way. Too.
Let's go.
Shout to Jay. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The only companies you really see now is Rivian and Lucid. Fisker going out.
Yeah, Fisker's going out. Polestar's going out too. I think it was the CEO who was like, "Yo, we gotta make the people want these."
Yes,
he was saying that,
and they can't do nothing about it.
Oh no, that's why they working.
Yeah, they working hard. Shout to Shaw. Shout to Shaw. He's off the moon early. He said Tesla's gonna hurt himself trying to do this. China is full throttle on EVs, and when they get big enough to come to the United States market and jump the market right back up. But here's the thing.
No, they not.
Here's the thing. I'm glad that you said that though. Mm-hmm. Because what's going on is Biden is trying to see. This is how you know it's not about. Mm-hmm. It's not about the air and nature and how they trying to play.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the atmosphere. It has everything to do with money.
Of course.
Because at the end of the day, China is full throttle. They do not really have any gas cars out there, and not for nothing, their EVs are super duper cheap. That's what people are looking for. They're looking for cheap cars because at the end of the day, so people can't afford these Teslas and all these other cost more than what they pay.
So let me ask you this real quick. Those out there who's listening, what would be an appealing cheap EV car? Like, give me a price. Top of your dome. What price you think?
Between 10 and 20.
Whew. All right, okay.
Because people look at them like go-karts. They're not looking at them like cars. And that's you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Like, they're not like, if you listen to anybody who owns an EV or wants to own an EV, this is what they always say.
Yeah.
They say, well, you know what? I want an EV, but I only wanted to get around in the city. If I want to go far, I don't want that thing. You hear people say that.
That's interesting. So, right? That's very interesting.
Let's go.
Now, what is because I was reading something. They said over a course of 1,000 miles, an EV starts to cost more than a gas engine car.
Sure.
Read that. Very interesting, right? And it's another thing. People like that, like you said, how people are, I don't want to take it on a journey. That's very accurate. People are not taking them on journeys.
No.
Right? That's 2. Number 3, what would the few parts on that vehicle or that appliance cost, though? Like you said, between 10 and 20,000.
Right.
What is it going to cost to repair it, though, now?
But again,
now we catching fires even faster because you're not putting nothing sturdy in there.
But this is, and again, I hate to say it, but when it comes to producing things quickly and not really,
you got to cut corners, quality control,
China's
in the dump
good for that,
of course,
a lot. And I hate to say that, not that they're good for that, but we've already seen a lot of Chinese things that are made from China not last. But we've seen a lot of things. How many we could probably turn over this computer say made in China
factory? Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, now you got to look at, there's a bigger fight going on here.
Yeah.
One, you got Biden trying to hold back the Chinese EVs. 2, he trying to bring Tesla in.
Yeah,
3, they're fighting it on the economic front because if these EVs cost this much and the interest rates are this high, who's buying any kind of electric car right now? There's a lot going on. And let me tell you, it's crazy. Shout to Shy. He said the moon is listening, funneling the workers. We got a small EV car builder here in Carolina called Scout. They small looking Broncos. That's what the people want for EVs. That's a fact. They don't want no car. Give me something I ain't got. Look, if I could just take this up the block and go get firewood with it and bring it back, they good with that. Charging them and calling it a day. But when you talk about driving, Nobody wants to drive these things.
But even still, though, like my biggest thing is you still gotta maintain these things. You just not getting in and it's scot-free.
But you and I both know that the maintenance on these things would be much lower if you only used it from point A to point B versus them trying to get you to replace cars totally.
So
because that's where they running into the issue.
yeah, they are running to that issue. But even still, again, think about it like this, right? Where do like with a combustion engine vehicle, right? Where do they cut corners at quality wise? What's like just like any auto manufacturer or just the whole idea of the car, right? What do they cut corners at?
So here's the thing,
right? I wanted you to go in the direction of
I'm going.
Okay, go.
Check this out.
Go.
They cut corners in little things, like let's say some of the things that come inside the car.
Okay, yep.
They
absolutely.
lose, they win money on that. Oh, well,
Okay.
You know what? Like a Type R.
Yeah.
The Type R don't come with heated seats in the driver's seat front.
I mean, that's a reason for that though. But
right.
Yeah, carry on.
But at the end of the day, it was also a savings for them.
Sure.
Because they didn't have to spend as much.
Sure.
They're like, you know what? It's cheaper to make a seat the way that they made it, even though it looks more plusher. It does.
That's true.
But it is cheaper. It doesn't come with all the electronics in the seat.
That's true.
And you got a lot. And then a lot of times, gas powered cars, they give it to you in trims.
Absolutely.
So now, if they keep selling the DX trim versus the EX trim, they're gonna have more of those. They save more money.
On top of that, they could build an economical, cheaper engine that's gonna run
3 cylinders.
This one, or even a 4, even a 6, it don't matter. But now you're talking about building a battery, though. That's different now.
And
how you gonna build a cheap, economical batteries, huh?
I've never seen that.
And if we have, they blow up, and they
or you gotta replace them, son. Or you gotta replace them quickly.
Yeah, and how much is it gonna cost to replace it? This is what I'm saying. So even to go run up the block and run back, it's still a headache somewhere along the line.
It's gonna be a headache somewhere along the line, and we know that as car. But the masses don't look at it like that. They don't. They looking at it like, you know what? I could just have something to skip up and down the block and call it a day. That's what they want. But this is where they're getting them. So now, since the layoffs, Elon Musk is posting on the social media platform X, and he said that Tesla plans to grow the supercharger network just at a slower pace. I find that hilarious. He said, for new locations and more focus on 100% uptime and expansion of existing locations. You see what I'm saying? He's already saying, oh, well, you know, we're not going to build any new ones. We're going to make sure the old ones are good. He's not stupid. He's not stupid. But this is why I say America, if they continue with this guy, they're going to have problems. They will. And I'm explaining to you why.
Okay.
Because he's monopolizing it.
Yeah.
And when one person can control this much of something, and the minute he makes one decision for his company, it cascades down to other companies in the United States, that is a problem.
Well, if you ask me, it's nobody to blame but them because they played right into his hand.
They
played right into it. Like, yo, yeah, man, sure. They played right into it.
But this is why Tesla laying off their supercharging team is a very significant thing.
Was this supposed to be like a supercharging team for the new superchargers, or was this like the supercharging team, like he said, for the whole like ordeal superchargers?
For the whole ordeal.
Then why even do that then? Because now you got, unless you don't even need them to do any of that.
It's not that he don't need them, he's using them as
pawns. Yeah.
But now here comes the curveball. BP done came out and said, we'll take all of those supercharging guys. We already know that BP leading one of the league leaders in fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what they gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I said business is crazy. BP will end up spending that money and then shelving it. Boop.
Yeah.
And that'll be that. So I hope if you got your little electric car, get used to going to somewhere and charging it. It's gonna be like that for a little while.
A long while. And not for nothing, all those people he just laid off, they know about the supercharging joint. So now BP gonna utilize that.
Yes.
They can be like this. Oh, okay.
We'll bring you in. Because it's either or. Either we buy it and shelf it, or we buy it and we use it in conjunction with our gas stations. Because they have the real estate for that.
Yeah.
It's this is business. But people need to know that y'all are caught up in the tug of war. And you're gonna have to make your own decision. Rally Radio says do what's best for you, which is to me, I wouldn't go electric until they figured that they got a lot to figure out over there. I wouldn't deal with it because at the end of the day, this is exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna take you out in the deep water and they're gonna let you go.
For sure.
Right now, you got people who need these supercharger networks. Let's just talk about if you live in any kind of big city. You live in Chicago, you live in LA, you live in New York City, who's trying to do everything. Could you imagine this supercharger to just stop? Think about that.
Wait. That's the supercharging one. There's another side to it because isn't the supercharging and the normal charge two different things? Or that's
the normal charger had you there for 2 hours, 3 hours.
So that's what they have to fall back on then. Forget about it.
So where's now it's getting inconvenient.
It's always been inconvenient.
So now if you don't live in a home where you could have a charging network installed in your home, which is big cities, because you live in apartments, now it's inconvenient. I don't want a car no more.
You renting? How you gonna tell them like, yo, fam, I need this hooked up? Thing like this.
Well, you're gonna have to go look at that spot up the block, fam. We not built for that.
Damn.
Yo, son, just think about low income neighborhoods again. You think they thinking about 40p when they do this? They're not thinking about 40 projects. Yo, you will need a EV over there anyway. But what if you live there? What if you live in a project? What if you live in a building? What if you just live in a regular apartment complex? Period.
For sure, absolutely. You're right.
What, you gonna run an extension cord out the window? This is what this is what I'm saying. People sitting here, they buying in, and I hear people, post, bearded one. Yo, you always dogging EV because they not thinking about you at all.
And we like to believe that somewhere along the lines they are. We be buying that. We be like, nah, bearded one, they are.
Nah, they not thinking
they
about
told
you.
me they sent me a letter to the house.
They're not thinking about you. I'm telling you, if they can get you, this is why you get all these solar panel guys coming around, knocking on doors, trying to get you. Yo, look at what they doing now with solar energy. These are the things we gotta pay attention to.
Yeah.
With solar energy right now, what they want to do is now. Remember when you get panels on your house, if you start to create a lot more energy at your house, it pushes into the grid, which reverses your clock, which saves you money. Which is how your grid could be your solar panels could be on top of your house. And actually save you money on your electric bill. Your electric bill will be like $20. But what if you putting in so much to the grid that your electric bill is zero? You know what they doing now?
What's that?
Your base electric charge, period. Whether you putting juice into the grid or not, it's gonna be $40.
You see what I'm saying?
So now they done did all of that to say, oh, guess what? Your electric bill will be you won't pay what? Now they like we losing.
Because even when you think about it, like even when Nikola Tesla was coming up with this, they was like, no, because of a reason like that. Why do we want them to save? Why do we want them to walk away scot-free? That doesn't make sense. Another thing that's very interesting to me is why municipalities don't have panels on the top of the roof.
Very interesting.
Why?
Why don't cruise boats?
Why?
Why don't planes?
Why? This is what I'm saying.
You know why? Because it's unstable.
It's unstable.
You can't figure out how much you're gonna get it charged from.
No,
you get a cloudy day. You just in the dark.
Yo, so do you remember this, right? I think it was Fisker.
Yes.
When they had the solar panel roof
on the car.
Why they stopped that?
Because now you saving for real.
This is what I'm saying.
You just a rolling battery. You can't have that.
This is what I mean. Like you just said, Bitter One. If they can't get no dough, substantial dough, they don't want to do it.
And this is why I tell people, man, they like, oh, I love electric cars. I love Tesla. Yeah, okay. Keep loving it, bro. Keep loving it. You got to start to understand and look at the whole playing field. And yes, these are the things you need to pay attention to when you putting your people in office or what they voting for.
Factory,
this
100%.
is what you got to pay attention to. But you know what? Instead, your mayor's on Drink Champs talking about what he doing for the city. Yo, I'm going to stop. All right.
Yeah, he said instead he's on Drink Champs.
Your mayor's on Drink Champs. Did he take a shot? Because all I smell is weed. Y'all don't forget that. I'm gonna keep it moving. We're gonna jump right into the next because we're going off the automotive a little bit. I apologize. It's definitely one of those, but we just got to think about that. So is this the end of electric vehicles? It is not.
Nah, man. Nah. You know how it's like you getting in the Street Fighter, your bar is real low, but then you just get a mysterious power bump and you up. Don't worry, they coming back. They coming back. They coming back, son. They gonna tag somebody else and they coming back.
They gonna come back. They coming back with a vengeance.
Telling you.
Like this.
Yo, hold on.
But this
18-piece combo for you. They coming back, son. Yo, I'm telling you, kid. I'm telling you.
But
man.
this is how they play ball, man. Shout to my guy Draco. He's in the building early. Let's go.
And on top of that, they probably looking at so many other benefits, man. Like, yo, they can control these, or better yet, you can control them.
Yes.
Yo, we need you to do this. Shut this down right here.
Yes.
Yo, today y'all only doing 10 miles an hour. Sorry.
And then
Come on,
we're not
son.
even talking about brownouts when it's too hot. We're not talking about them changing the grid over. We talking, how old is the electric grid itself? You ever watch Little House on the Prairie? You ever saw
I haven't
that
seen
before?
it in a long time.
First off, I want to laugh at myself for even saying that. That is hilarious.
My
But
grandmother
if you've
used to say
ever
that shit.
watched Little House on the Prairie, that was like 18 something. when
yeah.
it was going on.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't have electricity. They was using wild lanterns with gasoline on the candles. So at what point did we go full electric everywhere? How old is that grid and can it hold what we trying to do?
Yo, it can't hold it now.
It can't hold it now. If everybody in New York City turned their air conditioner on
We got a problem.
in the summer, we're finished.
Not even everybody. If half of the people in New York City even had ACs to turn on, we have a problem.
If you don't got an AC, by the way, let us know, man. We got to help you out.
Nah, that's a
crazy.
fact, whole fact, because that's a problem.
That's crazy.
But like you just said, though, they could get all these money packages together, go dump it over somewhere else. and they
90
can't-
billion, not a
Nah,
problem.
Oh my goodness, that number is irritating, and they can't even help us here, son. That's a fact, man. Oh, that's irritating me, son.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. These are the so
Damn,
EVs are
son.
not over. It's not over. It's not over for the electric vehicle. However, it's what they trying to force you into, and you gotta make sure that you're thinking about this is crazy stuff. We got to pay attention to it. Shout to Reach. He said, remember, they have been inventors who have built motors that run on water, and somehow these people pass in a freak accident or disappear.
Nah, ain't no freak accident or disappearance.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Reach. Shout to my guy Reach, by the way, man. That was a good comment. Shout to my guy Reach.
100%.
Here's the thing about freak accidents and people disappearing. What happened in Boeing? Nobody's
Yo,
talking
I was about
about
to say, he read my man. Yo, he read my mind.
Pause. He
Yeah.
read my man. Where was you going, my guy?
Chill, good.
We gonna
Yo, so mute the mic. That was wild, son. That was offsides.
That
Hold
was
on, son.
crazy.
Flag on the plate.
That was crazy, son. No.
Yo,
we can't
the
talk.
yellow flag is out. The pace car
was
is in front
hilarious.
right now, son.
Yeah, wow, that was crazy.
That was
But
over the top.
if y'all don't know, there's been two main whistleblowers
Yeah.
for what's going on in
And
Boeing.
they both died.
And we're gonna talk about it because here at Rally Radio, we are into planes, trains,
Factory.
automobiles,
Let's go.
trucks. We into it all.
Let's go.
For
Scooters.
Boeing,
Mhm.
there's been a lot of things going over there. First off, there was a couple crashes where everybody died.
Yo, did you just see the one recently when the landing gear didn't want to engage?
The landing get on the FedEx on the
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
FedEx. Boeing.
Yeah, the
Right.
Boeing jump off. Yeah.
So now they had a problem where the wing wasn't bolted on right.
nope.
The emergency doors was blowing off in mid-flight.
Come on, kid.
So now they looking for the video of when that plane. So what I didn't know was when a lot of these planes are being built, they have video cameras on them to make sure that everything is being done right. But it just so happens on the planes where the emergency doors blew open, somebody scrubbed the tape. That's one.
Wow.
So this is what I'm saying. Pay attention to the news, y'all. And if you don't pay attention,
Sheesh.
check in with Rally Radio.
Factory.
So somebody scrubbed the tape. The national, the Federal Transportation Board cannot get a hold of these tapes.
Sheesh.
So they don't know what was done wrong, but they do know that the doors was bolted in the wrong way.
Of
right?
course.
So now you had a whistleblower.
Mhm.
He said, yo, you know what? I'm telling. He started telling everything was going on in Boeing, how they cutting corners. And you know what? He ended up dead.
For sure. You know what's wild? He found 350 errors.
Oh my God.
Right? He found 300. I might be wrong. Give or take 350 errors, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Turned around, they got a new inspector. He only found 50.
Come on.
What?
Come on, son. This is what I'm. So now.
Come on, B.
So now, that's one whistleblower gone. Whistleblower Josh Dean of Boeing supplier Spirit Aerosystems has died.
Come on.
And they don't know what happened to him. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Man, they still playing these games and because they could get away with it.
Kid, that's crazy. That's a TV show.
That's what I'm saying, yo, man.
How do you say in RoboCop? He said I had to kill Bob Morton because he made a mistake.
See,
now I gotta erase that mistake. They don't. Yo, you think that they not doing? You think they not carrying on like this, kid? Shout to Draco. He said talk about freak accidents. You know that Chinese spy was the only one that died in that plane crash. Come on, bro. We about to stop everything right now and get up out of here.
Telling you, son.
Because if they snuffing out people for whistleblowing, don't be shocked if we go to the car and they be like, yo, Pop, they said that the Lucinda block fell out of nowhere and it landed right next to your car. Holy crap.
Yeah, you gotta remember, man, they have a way. The United States has a way of playing dirty pool for so long. And we tend to forget. You know what I'm saying? We wonder how we get here. Like it just happened this way. No, there's a lot of dirty pool going on. A lot of doing what they want to do, and they're gonna continue to do it. Because when Doe is involved, you're not gonna get away with that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you're not gonna get away with that. That's how it works.
So, well, if y'all want to read more about it, the book is called The Grand Chessboard. I don't know if you ever heard of that book.
Nah, I haven't.
Whew, don't tell you. The
Really?
Grand Chessboard talk about America's primacy and its geostrategic imperative.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into it.
No,
y'all
give them a sentence.
They heard the title.
Son, they need.
I read it a long time ago, and after that, it kind of changes your idea on what you see. And that's the thing. You just gotta. You can shout to SB. He said you can't believe. He said can't believe you read that out loud. We're gonna pray. We have a show next week. I'm not even gonna go no further because I'm telling you, if you read that book,
yeah, I'm about to get it.
Audio book.
That's it. I'm getting it.
Yo, you would be shocked at some of the things. I remember listening to people, and like I said, we're gonna get back. This all plays into electric vehicles. I'm sorry, y'all.
It does,
but
one way or another.
Fang was a hottie that Swarrell gladly gave up American Secrets for that egg roll. That is crazy. I can't believe I read that. That was fast.
Wow.
That was crazy.
They wilding in the comments right now. Let's go.
I apologize. That was crazy, Draco.
Yo, son.
But
yellow flag. The pace car's in the front now.
Crazy.
So slow it down.
But at the end of the day, in this book, they talk about how they strategically go after certain people, certain places, because they need certain things, and they know that these countries need certain things.
Yeah.
And they give it to them, and then when they give it to them, now you in their pocket.
That's it, son.
That's crazy. Like I said, man, we're gonna get right back to these.
Side note,
we don't want to get shut off.
No, we don't. Side note though, the electric grid dates back to 1882. Just to let y'all know.
That's hilarious. I ain't see them celebrating 100 years of an electric grid.
Yo, I never seen that.
100 years of the subway. 100 years of the Empire State Building. 100 years of flight. 100 years of driving car, but you ain't never heard them say 100 years of electricity.
No,
because that has scared the hell out of a lot of people out here, man. Listen, I'm sorry. This is crazy. We gonna leave that alone. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. But I just want y'all to know there's a bigger scheme going on out here, and we need y'all to pay attention to it.
Bigger play.
Understand, because when you understand how the game is played, you understand how you need to play your position. But don't think that the electric car is gonna save me money.
Yo, I have came to this realization: they're gonna do absolutely nothing to save you any type of dough.
No,
absolutely nothing.
Better yet. Then they tried to say that they found all of the minerals needed in Vegas.
Yeah.
They said, we found all these minerals out here that we could use to build EVs from here to Kingdom Come.
Yep.
Yeah? I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you too. So now all of a sudden we have all these minerals as before China and Africa was the only place that had these. I'm telling you.
I feel like we ultimately are all just pawns running around this thing because we don't even realize what's really out there
Well, you got it.
and what's going on above us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, everything is Nah, fam.
They don't want to listen. There's other things going on out here too. This is what I'm saying. Check this out. Another company, Stellantis, is open to putting a gas engine in its EVs to meet demand.
So they back is against the wall, son.
They are fighting.
Yo,
they learned, they 52 blocks out here. They fighting in prison. 52. They fighting in prison, son. Don't laugh at my short arm.
Looking like a T-Rex. Yo, y'all out of control of the show today.
Y'all gonna have to stop. This is ridiculous. But ultimately, look at Stellantis now. Stellantis. They had a hit with the Hellcat Charger Challenger.
V8.
They were selling them all day, every day. Even the V6 all-wheel drive model they were selling. Not saying that we
No, you're right. But here's the thing, though. You ain't lying, son. They stayed true to the game, and that's why they were succeeding. Remember when COVID was jumping off?
Fact.
They sold the most Vs in the third quarter?
How, Sway? And now they jump to electric. They're like, but wait a minute. We'll put gas engines in it. I want y'all to remember something, too. I want y'all to remember something. Tim Kuniskis says something when they was releasing this EV Charger.
Yeah.
And what did he say? He said that there's still mounts in this car to go gas.
Yeah, he definitely did. That's a fact. That's
now
true.
We see why.
Because he even said himself, right? He didn't want to go this route.
No, he did.
He didn't want to go this route.
No, he did not.
But I feel like he made sure if he do gotta go this route, he's gonna make an escape route though. Like, you know what though? Let's still have this be an amount of engine in here though.
You know what? Real heroes don't wear capes.
It's a fact, man.
Some heroes don't wear capes.
That's a fact.
But at the end of the day, this was going. And now look at Cadillac. Cadillac will continue to offer internal combustion engine cars beyond 2030. As all electric plans change, this is happening right in front of you.
You know what continues to bother me though is that a bunch of the manufacturers played into this though. Son.
They did.
Like how? Like you think they was like, yo, we can't compete with them. We've been doing this for we don't know how long, but we can't compete with that over there. So we might as well fall in line. You think it was one of those, or they looked at their lineup like they dust anyway?
Well, at the end of the day, I believe when the government bailed them out in 2007, this was part of the deal.
Sorry,
I didn't mean to blow that up. All right, okay, all right.
Oh no,
mute that. Y'all didn't hear that. I believe that when the government bailed out those American car companies, this was on the table. Because that's when they was on the take for the money.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh.
When GM, all of them American car companies.
So you're trying to tell me I might be spinning out a little bit though. Might be doing a lot of oversteering real quick.
Let's go.
You trying to tell me this could be one of the reasons why Pontiac left the place? Like, yo, no, we out here.
Yeah.
In order for this to transpire, it can't be no more Pontiac.
It was part of the restructure. They said, listen, we can't do this at first. It was a hand quicker than the eye. We're going to give you money to bring the cars back. We're going to give you people's tax dollars, right? You're going to get rid of some of these car companies for now. But when you go electric and it's a success, we're going to bring them right back. Pontiac will come back electric.
100%.
Mark my word.
I can guarantee that.
And a lot of those car companies that Saturn, gone.
Factory. Remember, Hummer was going, now it's back full EV.
And so now you see what I'm saying.
Damn.
Hummer was gone, and they said, yo, you know what? They're going to bring them all back as electric. Watch. And we're putting the kink in their plans by not buying them. Let me stop, man. We're gonna move.
But you said something earlier though.
Yeah, we're gonna move right over.
We not buying it because of one, we can't afford it, right? Because they high end, apparently.
Yes,
Two, they unreliable.
And
3, they soulless.
And they know that we know that. They don't, but people like us, they don't care about. People and they're trying to, and then they try to usher us in. I remember there was a commercial. What was it? It was Kia, where they had a deaf race car driver.
Oh, I seen that. That was,
and he was like, "Yo, you don't need sound
to know you're going.
You're going fast." Now, I don't like how they did that because at the end of the day, what do you know how many? And this is like I said, not a shot, because I know a lot of people who have hearing.
Sure.
At the end of the day, you don't think he would want to?
See, that's the thing. It's like
yo, I don't get where you going with that.
Like take my dream of wanting to hear out the equation, you know, but he bought into it. Not for nothing. He probably not even deaf.
I don't know the guy. I don't know what it. I
bet he's a paid actor, bro. I'm telling you, son.
I would like to believe that they wouldn't go that far. I don't even know the guy's name, but
so you never gonna know his name, son.
Listen, but if you could snuff out 2 people for blowing up the whistle blowing on Boeing, or
come on, but you don't think they could throw a full functioning hearing person in that commercial and make him say that?
I don't know.
Yo, fam, I got 20,000 for you right now if you go over there and try to convince these people.
Yo,
come on, son.
Crazy. And it wouldn't shock me any.
You're right though. The way they did that was like, what are y'all? What are you insinuating?
Come on, son. And that's why I didn't like that. I didn't like that because now it's like imagine being hearing impaired. Seriously. Imagine having and you got to deal with that. And it's not that it's a bad thing. You got to move on with your life.
Yeah, sure.
But imagine what it would be like to hear for the first time. And then like, yo, you know what? Nah, I don't need sound. Bruh. Don't do that.
Come on, B.
And that's probably why we ain't really seen too much of that commercial again.
Nah, you got a point, because they probably was like this. Yo, hold on.
What are we disrespecting me? That's cold, bro. That's what I said at the end of the day.
Think about it. Think about all the people, like you said. Let's think about all the people who was hearing and paying, who read the lips on the commercial.
Come on. That's and exactly.
They probably like,
well, he was actually signing it, and they had the thing at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh man, our phone is gonna work. I hate to not pick it up. The phone, can y'all even hear it ringing? The phone is acting out. Whoever's calling, just drop it in the comments. Or we're gonna try to. The phones are just they're not running with it today. But I will say this though, right? When it comes down to it, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. You know, we're gonna have to take this down because it's not working. We're gonna take this down. We apologize.
Yeah,
because I want to hear what everybody has to say too. But unfortunately, our phone game is crazy today. But there's so many different things going on. We just want y'all to pay attention. Like I said, man, shout out to everybody who's paying attention. We appreciate y'all early, man. With that being said, we're gonna jump right into this next segment. I know it's foul, right?
Yo, you said something wild, B. Like that was probably a part of that plan. Like, yo,
think about it.
In 2000, pocket now.
In 2007, 2008, they gave them money to bring them back. What did they do after that? Cash for clunkers. First thing they did. Yeah, we gonna get all these clunkers off the street. Yeah. Now we're gonna go for it. Was all part of the plan. And this is why I say you got to read books like The Grand Chessboard. You have to, because you start to understand how a government, not just our government, how a government thinks. Where they got to think for what they say to masses. We'll see.
Yo, which is very amazing to me anyway.
We'll see. But at the end of the day, nobody really wants to. What I said, nobody wants to say.
Yeah.
What I believe, nobody wants to say. Nobody wants to say, and I believe Ford and I believe Ford, Dodge, GM, they all was in the same boat. And the government was like, perfect. You know what? We want to get rid of our dependency on oil. Because they started digging, they already was fracking. You know what fracking is, right?
Yeah.
Where they use water to dig for oil in the earth.
Yeah.
They was already looking for oil in Antarctica.
Yeah.
And they was already in the Gulf of Mexico. So they like, they was already doing these things. We want to release our dependency on oil because you got all these iron sheiks over here
factory.
Getting a lot of money. Look at Dubai. Why do you think they got so much money off oil? So now, if we get our dependency, off of that, but now they got to play ball. But back then they was playing ball with China.
Yeah.
Now they're not playing so good with China. So I'm telling you, man. So you gotta see what's going on out here. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. You already know what it is. Like I said, if we don't get the caller, we apologize. We are sorry. The phones are acting out
all the way out.
But with that being said, we're gonna jump right into our next segment.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
All right, you already know what it is, man. We're gonna jump right in. There's a lot of things going on out here. Toyota looks like they're going to be bringing back the Starlet. This is very interesting. Now we all remember the Toyota Starlet.
Okay.
The Rally Ready GR. They're gonna bring back a Rally Ready GR model. It was the Toyota Starlet was a hatch, obviously turbo, 4, great. Great car, but it looks like now they want to GR that. This is what I mean about Toyota. Instead of trying to match what other people are doing, they digging into their own history.
Yeah, they are. I give them that, but
you're not into this right here.
I'm in. Listen, I have came to the realization if it's a gas powered engine and it's clutch available, I'm with it. However, though, you trying to tell me, man, like you think it's gonna be a 6 or a 3 or a hybrid? What do you think it's gonna be? Because I'm
leaving it up to Toyota.
Yeah,
it could be a 3 boosted, a 3 on turbo.
See, that's cool, man. But
and manual, because in all honesty, think about the manual car. Let's go back a little minute.
Okay.
Thinking about the manual car, you obviously had sports cars that came manual.
Okay.
But outside of that, in the United States, a lot of cars didn't come manual because the automatic was just selling, right?
Okay.
Now you have people asking for manual. So you had certain auto, certain amount of manual. But what car you could always look at as seeing probably more manual than auto? You know what that was?
What's that?
Hatches. There's a better chance that you walked up on a hatch and it was manual. You know why? Because it was cheap. And at the end of the day, it's the cheapest way we could make it. We just happen to turn those into something. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah,
with them bringing it back, I could already tell from what they're saying that is going to be manual and it's going to be a small turbo car. They not make it. This is not supposed to be a sports car.
Yeah, but what about the 4-cylinder? What about the inline 4-cylinder though?
I mean, they probably could go inline.
They not though. They gonna throw a 3 in. They 3 crazy right now.
It'll be downsized from 1.6 to 1.3 and make around 150 horsepower, 7,200 RPM redline turbo. You wouldn't be?
I like that. No, I like that. That sounds real appealing.
And who's to say you can't swap it for?
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool.
He's not buying it.
Oh man, because you know what? In the middle of Toyota trying to do their best, and I give them credit for that.
Yes.
They still like, you know what? We still got to downplay the engine though.
Yes.
And I feel like me personally, like it's not about, you know, the biggest engine out there that you could possibly fit into the car.
Yes.
But it's still like I might like a 4-cylinder turbo in there though.
But you know what though? I'm gonna be honest with you. Ultimately, if they don't make it, what can you do? And one thing I'll say about Toyota, they're about the only car company that's been listening to the people that's buying their cars. Nobody else.
Sure, yeah.
Nobody else. Honda is still producing the Type R.
Honda's
got to be careful with them.
Honda.
They made 3 EVs with Sony. As a matter of fact, they dropped them in my Gran Turismo game the other day. And they was like, yo, we got a race for it. I was like, won't be participating in that.
I'm telling you, on top of that, they getting ready to drop the Prelude. And it's getting ready to be EV or something.
They have not spoken about that though. Like if it's gonna be a true EV or not.
It's gonna because I believe it's either gonna be EV or hybrid. It's not gonna be straight gas engines.
Listen,
they already declared that it won't be one of the sportiest coupes they ever built. They said that too.
The Prelude has already been lamented as the car that gets all the experiments. Since they did the 4-wheel steering, you're gonna get the experiment. And why would it's crazy that they even do that, because at the end of the day, the Prelude's numbers when it was sold before, which is one of the reasons why we didn't want to take one of those on as a track car, is because it only fits one kind of engine, and if we blow that engine, then that's it.
Time to get a Toyota,
a mini Starlet hatch, top of that GR Corolla. Could you imagine that? Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
Just make a key car.
Make a key car, he says.
Make a key car.
I wouldn't want one of those. One, I could probably only get one leg in there, which is crazy. But it is true. It is true. Now, also, there's some other things going on, man, out here that it's just like I said. First off, this normally doesn't make our tech talk, but Rimac, I'm actually happy about this. Rimac looks like they're done making hypercars. And the reason I wanted to talk about them is because they're electric hypercars. And they said they're done. And you know why they said the hyper electric car is done?
Why is that?
Because no matter how fast or how great they make it, they say nobody wants it. They still got Rimacs on the table.
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to be a limited run of like 150. They only sold 3.
You know what bothers me? And this is what bothers me the most is like I'm really starting to realize, like, I guess in a way they try to listen to the people.
Yes.
And they think it's all about
power.
How fast it's not that.
They don't know that.
No, they do know that, but you got these people out here that swear up and down by the speed. Sound like, yo, no, it needs to be it's not that. You know why I say that? Because you got a car like a 997.2 GT3, right? Making 415 horsepower.
Yes.
6-speed manual. Beautiful lightweight car. People still go crazy over that. Now you go over here. Now you got the GT3 RS.
That's a fact.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Making more power. Mm-hmm. But people still raving about the 997.2 GT3. Like, now that one was better.
It's the feel of the
This is what I mean. Like,
they don't get that though.
How they don't get in? They building it.
You know who gets it? Toyota. I'm telling you. This is why.
No, they in the neighborhood. I give them that. They in the neighborhood. Toyota, so they might be next door.
No, Toyota actually went through their whole line and was like, no, we're not making no more uninteresting cars. Shout to everybody who's tuned in. Draco said you need to hit a choo-choo-choo-choo with that turbo.
Or something.
And Reap said, yo, Toyota Corolla 3-cylinder pushing out 700 on the stock bottom. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's out
hot.
there.
That's hot, man.
It's out there. Shout to Draco. He said, I want a key truck to carry the Conquest. I don't know, bro. I seen them key trucks. I was actually next to one. I was like, yo, kid, I would probably be out the roof like this. Yo, because I ain't fitting, God.
I seen the Honda. What is it? Honda Accident? I like that joint, son.
Yo, shout to everybody who's tuned to us on X, meaning it used to be Twitter. We got a couple people tuned in over there.
Yeah, that sound like the site.
Hold on, X. Boy.
Woo, this a family show.
Turbo. But
no good.
I will say this, however, man, when it comes down to it, this is what I mean. And we're going to talk about this going into our driver's etiquette.
Yeah.
Is speed the only reason you drive? And save it. Matter of fact, we're going to shelf it because it's coming up in a little minute. I just wanted to get through a couple more of these tech talk deals. Another thing we got coming up right now, looks like the Ford F-150 Raptor R engine will now be a crate engine. Whoa.
That's pretty wild.
That is wild.
That's pretty wild. I like that.
That is wild.
That's hot right there.
The Ford F-150 Raptor R supercharged V8 is now available as a crate engine. That is crazy.
That's definitely
a 5.2 liter crate engine. The details is as follows. The Ford Performance Predator 5.2 liter supercharged crate engine comes in an assortment of components. R2650 supercharger, Eaton. High strength aluminum block with plasma transfer wire arc spray weld cylinder liners. Whoa.
That sounds wild.
Forged steel crankshaft and connecting rods. So this coming ready for boots.
It's built already. You good.
It's good. You Gucci.
You good.
I don't even like that word. But you good. I got to go with because Gucci just kills me. I'm sorry. Exhaust manifolds,
okay.
Left and right alternator starter, AC compressor, 92 millimeter throttle body, supercharged belt, your water pump alternator belt kit, and it also comes with the 5.2 liter Mustang GT 500 engine control pack. Oh,
yo, hold on, that should come with a 92 millimeter throttle body.
That's crazy, son. I could stick my leg in there. Pause. That was crazy. I did not mean that to come off. That was wild. I apologize.
Yo, that definitely was wild, though, but I would love to see a manual transmission made it up to this. Huh? What would you drop that in, as a fact?
Oof. That?
Yeah, what would you put that in? Huh?
Now, obviously, going with Ford. Shout to Reese. He said, ugh, brother, ugh. I wowed out right there.
Son, nah, you went over the top. So I ain't going front.
I'm sorry.
I ain't going front.
I did come off a little wild.
Telling you, son, we gotta have a pace car out in the front. So slow it down.
I mean, if I had to stay with Ford,
sure, Ford, whatever you desire.
Anything I desire.
Anything. What would you put that in? What would you put that engine in?
Wow. 5.2 liter supercharged nastiness. Yeah, kid.
What?
I mean, what do you put something like? It's a crate engine. Obviously, you want to made it up to a manual transmission. So I don't want to really put it up to something to make it a drag car. Like, so it wouldn't be like a Fox body or nothing like that. I want it in something that would piss people off when they see it, but they would have to respect it.
Yo, first off, that engine just sounds very exotic to me. So I'll probably have to go on more of a sports car type of chassis for that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
How about a 360 Mondina? Just remove
that would be crazy.
Disrespectful. Yo, son, go to the Ferrari spots in your joint chopping like.
Yo, you know what I'll put that in?
Yo, crazy.
I will put that in. What year is that? I'll put that in 1989 Mondale Ferrari because it came with a V8.
Yes.
I get the cabriolet version with the gated shifter. I had that in there. Oh,
I can't front. In Turismo, I have a Porsche Cayman GT4.
Nasty work.
And I swapped a nasty V8 into it. For those that don't know, if you play Turismo, I'm swapping. Yo, the joint got 1,400 horsepower and it handles crazy. Pause. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I would do something like, the phones are ringing again. Phones stink today. I don't know what's going on. Caller, just drop the comment in the. I can't. We can't answer it because nobody can hear you. We got to figure out what's going on there. Caller, whoever was calling, we apologize. We definitely gonna work on the calls for next week. I know everybody got a lot they want to say with this too, but drop it in the comments. We apologize. Everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, no matter where you are, where you from, what you listening for, just drop it in the comments. Drop your name in the comments so we can shout you out. We see you got a lot of listeners. Shout to everybody who put the likes on the screen. We appreciate y'all early.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
What's that?
With that swap, I wouldn't want to throw off the balance too much with the car. So people may not like this. I might have to drop that in an SRTA Challenger, maybe like the 2010 body. Like the 2010 body, though.
He did it. See,
one of those.
That's what I'm saying.
One of those.
Because my thing is, once you have a car like that,
son.
I mean, once you have an engine like that, it all is no holds barred. And yes, it did come with the I don't think it came with the engine harness. It came with the engine harness
in the computer,
the computer, but not the body harness. Everything else that you want to do, you want to do, you got to figure that out. So if you want this thing to work with your gauge cluster and all that, you got to send it out to the people and have them fix it. However, 5.2 liter, that's crazy. That is crazy. And it already it's ready to go.
The internals are ridiculous.
Yeah, the internals are crazy. And they're selling it like that.
I want to figure out how flow heads on that, something like that. Put in polished joints.
Well, they didn't say. They didn't say that. They didn't say. They did say, however, though, it does come with it. If you figure once you start going into that realm right there, yeah, you paying because not everybody's gonna want that. You figure some people gonna want high flow heads going through, you know what I'm saying? But some people won't.
Listen, personally, I wouldn't do nothing to the engine once I get it. Just drop it in, make sure it works, operating, shit.
Something super stink. Something like
you, son.
You know what I want to put this in if I had the
what
money?
about
Pantera? Get my hands on an old school Pantera and put this 5.2 liter. Ooh.
Oh man, so what about
that crazy rev? Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all early. You already know where to find us. You already know what it is. Drop it in the comments. What would you put this Ford Raptor R crate engine? Shout to Draco. He said if it could fit the Conquest, I would do it. With the right amount of money, it can.
Yeah, for real. Yo, what about the 2002 Maserati Coupe?
With that, you see what I'm saying? Something like that, people would be because when you see those Maseratis and when you see them Ferrari, when you see those high-end exotic cars, you're not expecting it to sound crazy when you start to.
I'm telling you, son.
Shout to Miller Time NYC said, I'm buying.
Telling you, son.
He put it in another F-150.
That would be crazy too. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, man, that engine just sounds very exotic to me. Son.
Shout to Miller. He said that's my retirement gift in all caps. Let's go. And
Nice.
if anybody
Nice.
out here said they don't want it, y'all killing me with this. Y'all shouldn't be listening to this show. If
Nah,
you don't want this engine,
because it's things like that they put out that we should buy.
yes.
We should.
However, they didn't put up a price.
Of course not. They ain't gonna do that right now.
But you figured up your best bet would be what? Your best bet would be, okay, so they did. If you're interested, you can purchase the 5.2 liter supercharged Predator V8 crate engine for 30 bands. 29.5.
Sounds about right, son.
Ooh.
Sounds about right.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, son. 2002 Maserati Coupe. I'm going for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 speed. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a wicked setup.
So that's a wicked setup. For 30 bands, you figure if you could build your own supercar with that now. Because you're starting in the right place.
Bro, your power plant is retarded.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And you get a decent chassis for that?
Telling you. Like the Goonies. Some from the Goonies. Hey, you got remember that guy?
Yes,
son?
sir, yes, sir.
He looked crazy, but he was strong as hell, man. When he got tired of it, he was like, I'm gonna throw you around. It's crazy, son. But at the end of the day, just superpower. Superpower. That's crazy. Shout the fourth. That's what I mean. A lot of them still got those dudes in the basement with the ties around their head.
Ties around their head. They got the bear on the floor. So they're like, yo, let's see what we could build.
Trying to sell these cars, man. Shout to them. You know what I mean? But with that being said, we're going to move right on, man.
Let's go.
We are here now. Shout to Phil. Dr. Phil is in the building.
Dr.
Phil.
Let's go.
Shout to Dr. Phil. Shout to Militime NYC. We ain't gonna shout him out.
Let's go, Militime.
Crazy Arrow. Most practical answer would be a Shelby Daytona replica coupe.
That's nice. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice right there.
That is nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
That is nice.
That's a good one.
AC Schweitzer. Get one old school with a new.
Yo.
Made it to a 4-speed too. No, I don't want no 5 and 6 and 7. 4.
What about this
Lotus,
might sound a little crazy.
Lotus E-Spirit. I think we both was in the same boat right there, son. The Lotus. All right. I'm getting excited.
What about the first generation Viper?
Oh my God, son. Yo, son, you know how many death threats you would give for doing that to a Dodge, though? They'd be like, so you took the Dodge 10 out.
Right up out of there.
Damn. With the sale of that engine, you could probably front the whole thing.
This is what I'm saying.
With the sale of that engine, you could probably front the whole thing. Shout to my guy, Dr. Phil. He said, crazy Arrow. And Draco said, ooh, a Typhoon. A truck.
That's hot, but I gotta have it with the clutch though.
But you would take that Typhoon engine out? I wouldn't. See, certain cars I wouldn't touch. But if I get my hands on a Pantera that has work or no engine, that's, you understand what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I get where you're going. But I probably wouldn't touch the Typhoon engine if it was in there. If it was like original, I probably wouldn't mess with it. But like you said,
but I get it though.
Yeah, that definitely sounds good. Definitely,
because like I said, like after a while, that staying true to a brand is out the window. If you buying a crate, engine is out the window.
That's not, everything's on the table now.
Yeah,
it's it.
It's all on the table now. Don't even be shocked you get like a 330 CI coupe, 2000 BMW.
That would be
stupid. Exhaust out the hoods or exhaust out the fenders. They're like, yo, what's
hold on. How about the exhaust by the door? Shortcut by the door.
Silliness.
Oh man.
Silliness. I'm telling. Shout to Dr. Phil. Said if I'm doing a truck, a Ranger from the 80s, race truck on the ground.
That's hot.
Can't front, man. Y'all coming up with some great ideas,
That's
man.
Hot.
Yo, with that being said, we're gonna jump right in. I see we running short on time. You know what it is. We like to get here though, but we officially made it. Let's go. Here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Go, because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right. You already know the question. Let's hear your answer. Is driving, is it always about speed? Or is it more about the intangibles that a lot of car companies can't seem to redo? You start this. See, where we're gonna go with this a little minute. What I want y'all to just listen to me for a little minute. Now, you got a lot of car companies, right, who are trying to redo their legends. And when they're redoing their legends, they're not bringing them back properly. We've seen this before.
Or not even more so bring back the legends per se,
will
replicate that feel. I think that's where they they can't do it. Carry on.
Shout out to SP real quick. He said in the DeLorean, another winner.
That's nasty
Another-
work right there. son.
Another
That's nasty
winner.
work.
Can we-
That's
can
a
we-
good one, son.
Can we shout SP on
that's
that
a
one? That's
good
another winner right
That's
there.
a good
right
one.
there. Ooh.
That's a good one right there.
With a 5.2 liter V8 supercharged, nasty. Yeah. I gotta give him his props on that one. Shout to SP.
Yeah.
But is driving, because a lot of these car companies, and especially these electric car companies, believe that it's all speed. And we just said that. That's why I wanted to talk about the Rimac, because again, it broke all kind of records. It did all kind of things. Nobody wants them. So what is it about then? What is it really about? Why is the Type R so high selling? Why? It performs great for a front-wheel drive car. It has its history, its heritage. But it's the feel.
Yeah, I agree.
And a lot of car companies can't get next to that. They're
know,
having a hard time with that.
Because you just said it, man. Like everybody can make something fast now.
Yes.
It's not hard no more. It's
Yes.
actually pretty easy for them to do now, right?
Yes.
With like zero effort. I think, like you said, man, they can't replicate the feeling of it because it's not all about the speed.
No, it's not.
It's not all about the speed. It's about the whole entire package. That's why I call like the Type R still sells for very high price still. That's why I call like the GT3 Porsches, the 997s and stuff like that still desirable.
Yes.
The 996 is still desirable. Those cars, because it's not about all the horsepower.
You know what? I saw something the other day. It's a video. I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it. Adam LZ and TJ Hunt are trading Porsches, and I'm upset. There's a Porsche out there with my name on it, and I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, for a fact.
But at the end of the day, I gotta say it's impressive to see. Shout to Dr. Phil. He said it's definitely not all about speed. That's why Mazda still makes the Miata.
That's true, but when I be doing homework, right? All I hear is people. First thing they say, "Yo, this thing is fast, man." After that wears off, yo, man, the steering is numb. You can't feel anything. You can't tell where the car's at. No contact between you and the road. No vibration through the steering wheel. It's a list of things like, okay, what happens next?
Right.
What happens next?
What happens next? Nobody's into that part right there. It's like they don't want to really jump into the break-in. They don't want to jump into.
Oh, that's another thing. Brakes are electrical. What?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
So it's like they're losing their grip on the whole experience. They had it. Like you said, they had these manufacturers, they had it, yo. They put out cars.
Yes.
We can even go like cars like the EM1 SI when it first came out. Even the older ones when they came out, like those cars, they evoked something different in you. The experience was wow. Whatever happened about chasing the RPM?
So shout to Maul. He said if it's not about speed, then a 3-cylinder car based off a rally car shouldn't bother you. And Draco said driving was born for practicality, but will always be about emotion, speed, sight, sound, emotion. And Militime NYC said the experience of the journey. I gotta say this.
Factory.
People ask me all the time, why do you feel the need to want to bring back a CRX? They ask me all the time. And you know what? I can't lie. It's even harder now driving this Type R.
I don't even believe you, but carry on.
Because I'm gonna tell you, the Type R resembles the feeling of that CRX. It does. It does. It resembles it. And the reason I say that is because of the way it handles, the way the car drives. I'm not going to sit here and say a CRX is driving like a Type R, but at the same time, I get the same feeling. And it's like, and the thing is, obviously the Type R is faster. It definitely, nobody's leaving you, but the way they go around them turns, it reminds me. You know what I mean? So a lot of people ask, well, why would you want to bring back a older car? Yeah, don't get me wrong. You know, it's a project and I love it. And I love the car. But the reason I want to bring it back is because that feel. There was times where I was driving this CRX, I just feel like I was unbeatable. Or better yet, that the way it handled the turns, how low it is to the ground, the view from the driver's seat out past the hood, it's like nothing there. Like, and the same thing with the Type R. I don't feel like anything is. I feel like I'm walking almost. You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely
it's the connection.
Yes, It's gotta be. Shout to Draco. He said emotion moves the needle. And Dr. Phil said that's why I despise the direction BMW has taken. They had it and they lost it.
Yeah, BMW. They took a left and never seemed to quite
They
got
hung
back
that
on
left
track.
at Albuquerque. Man.
That's a fact. They did. Like it's crazy. Even like,
Brother,
it's true.
Go
That's
ahead.
true. Even like with the new G80 M4 and M2, right? It may be faster than the F80, faster than the E92,
Yeah.
but those cars, the E92 and F8 and the F80, they evoked something, or it was more contact.
Yes.
And it started going away once it got to the F80. So that leaves the E90, that one with with that snarling V8 in it.
Come on. You got to be honest here. And this is what I'm saying.
It's not about speed, man.
It's not always about speed. Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody, any car guy who's saying he don't want to drop the hammer.
No, you're 100% correct. But like you said, if the package is right, you're gonna get that. What happened?
He said your answer should be go F yourself. when people ask me, because people ask me all the time, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, the more that the parts are going up, the more that things cost. It's like it will be tougher. Knowing what the car needs, knowing what I have already, and it's like going from there, it's gonna be tough. Draco goes through the same thing. I'm guaranteeing. When you build an older car, just you too, wanting to get a Supra. You are when you was building that Supra, that guy wanted to sell you the whole damn car.
For sure.
He said, no, you can't just come get the transmission.
Yeah.
I need to get rid of the whole car. It just so happened the car had goodies.
Yeah, it's had a few things.
But but that's where we are. So like now you got to think about it. You got to think about it like when it comes down to driving, or when it comes down to autos for that matter, it's not always about speed.
Nah,
it's about the feeling and the experience. And there's a lot of times where like I'll hit a turn in a Type R and it's like I see. You know what I'm saying?
Like one thing I can say about the SI, like it made me like momentum cars more.
Yes.
Like it made me like those cars more. You know,
Yes.
I always had to think for them, but really actually being with one, living one, and really seeing.
Yes.
Like this is a momentum car. Once it gets going, it's on. Like it starts to really shine when it's doing its thing over there.
Yes.
Right. And I have came to enjoy that. I'm like, damn man, this train is fun once you start getting it going.
Now when you talk about modification, when you talk about certain things, you're like, I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it has to be very precise.
Exactly.
Shout out to my guy Sales. He's in the building. Sales said he tuning in from the cool side of Mexico.
I already know how Sales do, man. Sales don't play fair. Let's go.
He don't play fair, man. He's outside
He
early.
is. I ain't mad at him.
But I ain't mad at him. So with that being said, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I want you to drop it in the comments too. If you're listening, wherever you are, what does it mean more for you? What is it? Is it speed? Is it handling? What is it that makes you want to drive your car? Because I feel like a lot of the car companies these days, they're missing the mark totally. And like I said, with Rimac saying, oh, we can't sell these supercars, that's telling you something. That a lot of these people that own these supercars, you're going to get some people that own it as a status symbol, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm rich. I should have a Lamborghini. You're going to have some people who own them who are rich, but they still are into the enthusiast side of it, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to have people who can't afford that, but would get something in their means and work on it. But now when you look at an electric supercar, who does that appeal to?
I guess, like you said, I guess it's those ones that's in the middle, that's a little confused about things. I would like to believe. Or
you know what? No, I think it appeals to those who really don't grasp this type of driving experience. They think that an electric motor can give you the same feeling as match revving and downshifting. It can't. When I'm driving my Type R, when we was at the Dragon's Tail, and I'm driving this Type R, and as we come into this sign that says 15 miles an hour, hairpin, and I'm already 45, 50, not even going too fast.
I mean, that's very fast for that turn, but
no, I'm not going, but as I'm going into the turn, I'm match rip, breaking it down, third, second. And you feel a car fighting back, and you feel the dynamics of the vehicle itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
An electric vehicle ain't doing that. Nah. It is not doing that, and it is what it is. Shout to Ace. He says speed is fun in bits, but it's all about the drive and the feel, or bushing the machine. Or I don't know, or pushing the machine. I think that's what he meant to say. Shout to Sales. He said the only people that want you to buy electric cars is Con Ed. That is hilarious. That is. With that being said, don't forget, drop your answers at the bottom. Don't forget, man, you already know what it is. It's Rally Radios, the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby.
And y'all know where to find us, man. If you haven't found us on YouTube already, we are on YouTube at GutterballRally. You can find us there. Don't forget, give us a like, subscribe, share. Let the car guys know there's some people out here really dropping some car knowledge. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into our next favorite topic that I love here.
Yes, sir.
At Rally Radio. S.I Shawn, are you ready?
I'm ready. But before we move on, right?
Let's go.
One thing I want to say that I liked about the Dragon's Tail so much, obviously, the surface wasn't ideal, right?
Of course.
But I felt like, what I mean by that, it was raining out there. So the ground was wet, the surface was wet, right? What I liked about that so much, I never realized before, is that you are approaching the car's limits a lot faster due to the circumstances.
Yes.
Versus on a dry track or when it's dry outside, you'll never get there because it's actually too much grip for when it's dry, for what we're doing around the city or wherever we're at. So now when the surface changes, you get to be able to approach the limit a lot faster, and you really get an idea like, oh, hold on, this car actually has a lot of mechanical grip.
You know what?
Like that doing that Dragon's Tail has taught me that.
I will say this
100%.
too. I will say this too about the Dragon's Tail. It definitely, I will say best roads as far as turns and things concerned, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. And I mean,
I wish I had more hands.
And right. and I mean, at the end of the day, before we even got there.
Oh man.
We hit a little I was like, yo, we here. We was excited.
Geeking.
But at the end of the day, you're right. The surface, not so much, but I see that they're changing that. And for those that are trying to take the run with us, it's definitely gonna be crazy. Shout to Mark. He said handles. He said I drove a lot of EVs. Straight line torque is fun for the first 5 pulls, but the feeling of 0-60 in a Model S is a fraction of the feeling taking my 94 Camry Coupe on a turn on a Jackie. He said my Camry is slow, by the way, too. He said, but at the end of the day, this is what I mean. Like when they put these cars into production, it wasn't about driving.
Nah, I think driving was the last thing, but they got people fooled, like you said, and like the Rally Radio listener said, for a little while the median torque is great,
but then after that
was the selling point.
That's right. That's it.
That was the only selling point it had.
And after that, you like, I'm done with it. And shout to him. He said my Camry slow, by the way, but he love it. This is what I'm saying. And this is what I mean. It's a contrast. You see it. Yeah. So it's very interesting, man. Shout to Mark for that. Draco said, oh, speaking of SI, the Yaris has electronic brakes and accelerator.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's
listen, you could choose how far you want to go, though.
That's true, but
you could get one manual with none of that. You feel what I'm saying? But if you really want to, they do that too. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, at the end of the day, I'm still glad Toyota is just making cars like this.
No, I am too, though. But
he kicking dirt.
No, there's a line. There's a thin line. After a while, it's a thin line.
But they still got to sell cars.
That's 100%.
And one thing about Toyota, I will say, they got something for everybody. Whatever you like. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
How the Big Pun say, he said, you want to dance? I am the nicest. You want to dance? You want to rap? You want to battle? Whatever. It's how it is sometimes. With that being said, we're going to jump right in.
Let's go.
You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right.
Let's go. So, Legends of Auto. And I have a, interesting one for you guys today. It's just wild, though, right? Like the whole autos. Where is it going? Where has it been, right?
Yes.
So what I got for you today, was a former race car driver, right? Danica Sue Patrick, right? She was born March 25th, 1982, right? She was an American former racing champion.
Let's go.
Right? She was one of the most successful women in open wheel racing, son, which is pretty wild. She was the only woman to win the Indy car racing series too.
So only woman.
Yeah, the only one. So she has some talent on her, son. Talent, B. What made it crazy too? Like I said, first to win the American racing, the Indy car series.
Yes.
First pole position for a female in the NASCAR Cup series.
Oh, she was wheeling.
Oh, she was wheeling, son. The most started laps led right?
Yes.
Most starting laps led in the NASCAR Cup Series too. So she was out there really wheeling and dealing, B.
She was holding a lot of records.
100%. Yo, in 2005, she won the Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Rookie of the Year, son.
Rookie of the Year.
So it was crazy. Like, so she was a wheeler, B. And we forget about people like this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not all about, it wasn't just a complete, dominated by men or whatever like that.
Right.
You had the females out there wheeling and dealing, kid.
Right.
Wheeling and dealing, son.
Wheeling and dealing.
So that was my legend for y'all today, man.
It was Danica Patrick. Let's go. I remember when she hit the scene too. I remember when she because the biggest thing was when she was driving was that they always said that the pedals to the Indy cars are close together, and they said it was better for a woman because their feet are smaller.
Yes.
So I remember that was a big but she was aggressive though. She was an aggressive driver. Shout to Danica Patrick. She is our legend of auto today.
Legends of auto. Real legends never die.
Don't forget, for those that don't know, if you're looking at us at any other platform, we are on YouTube at GutterballRally. We will be here every Saturday, 12 noon. You know where to find us live. We are here. We are in the building. So with that being said, we definitely coming towards the end of our show. We got a couple other things we're going to talk about. But before we finish out, we're going to make sure that y'all hear a couple of these other things going on out here. So with no further ado,
mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right. Definitely looking at the Morimoto Type R headlights. Version 2 puts the LED strip at the top. The LED lights coming in rows when you turn on your blinkers. It looks really beautiful. You go see the bearded one with the pants.
So you trying to tell me that you want to look like a Range Rover or something? Or
no.
something like that?
However,
that's what they do. I'm just saying.
This guy. Man.
I'm just saying, man.
This guy.
I'm just saying.
He always kicking dirt.
I don't know.
He always kicking dirt.
I think the factory headlights look pretty darn good.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to move on to some new ones. I'll tell you what.
He's a forward-thinking man. That's why. Looking open-minded. I get it.
Look, yo. I can't front. I like them. They definitely some nice looking headlights. They look even better on a wide body Yaris kit that they have for the
Type R. Yeah. So they have a wide. It's called a wide. So it look like
wide body.
Look like a Toyota.
No, the name of the company is Yaris.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually a beautiful thing. But we definitely gonna be looking at a lot of these. But that will be my
mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
Now. This is my favorite part here. And you know what? We talked about this a little bit, and we're just going to get into it a little bit more. Here we go.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
All right, y'all. Y'all know here at the Understeer, we like to understand what the hell were you thinking. Let's get into this a little bit. Hertz hits a Tesla rental customer with a $277 refueling fee. This is hilarious. Returning a rental car with a full tank of fuel is always something that you want to do. But did you know that if you return an EV back to Hertz, they wanted a 98% charge? Did you know that?
Absolutely not.
No, they wanted a 98% charge. So now this guy rented a Tesla Model 3. He brought it back with 98% charge. But when he looked at his credit card, they hit him with a $277 refueling fee. He said, wait a minute, it don't take no gas. Hertz said, we not going to repeal it. We keeping it. That is hilarious. So keep that in mind, too. If you rent an electric vehicle, you may have to pay a gas refueling fee. But update to this, because this actually happened Wednesday. By yesterday, Hertz heard it, and Hertz actually gave him back his money. But the damage is already done, in my opinion. So with that being said, Hertz, not only did you get 100 and some odd EVs, you sold them all, and you're going to charge people gas fees for an electric car?
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Sometimes you got to really, really, really think about these things. Shout to Drake. He said you made her hood Danica, but I heard in the end she was Ricky Bobby and with the Rex and NASCAR. She was wilding though. And that's what she ended up moving on. He said you made her hood because they really was calling her name Danica Patrick. You said Danica. I can't front. I was like this. Damn, who's Danica?
I thought I said it correct. Pardon me.
It's
y'all.
all
Pardon
good. Then, at the end of the day, she's still a legend. But with that being said, we reached our exhaust notes. We are here. We're about to get up out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in and rocking with us and paying attention. For those that's been rocking with us already, we got a car meet coming up Saturday. Let us know if you're going to be there. Be square, bruh. Everybody like, yo, we don't go out enough. Well, we're going to be out there Saturday, May 18th, speed and greet. You know where to find us. We're going to be by the Best Buy parking lot in Green Acres. We're going to meet up there at 7 p.m. Make sure that you got your cars. If you don't got your cars, bring your skates, whatever you got. Run what you
Let's
brought.
go.
But we will be there. If anything changes, everybody will know in the group. Hopefully it won't be a rainy day, but we will have a rain day if that's the case. So with that being said, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, for rocking with us. Shout to my guy Draco.
Let's go.
Shout to Clarence Alexander. Shout to 3D Marks Photography right there. Shout to my man Green. Shout to Jay. Sorry we couldn't get the call through.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy Dangerous Damien, aka Reach. He hate when you call him that. Shout to Shy. He was in the building. We had so many people tuned in, man. We appreciate y'all. Don't forget Saturdays 12 noon. You know where to find us. YouTube at GutterballRally.
Yep.
Facebook at GutterballRally. And X at GutterballRally. Crazy. But with that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Man, I just want to shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Pay attention out there and enjoy the weather, y'all.
Let's go. So if there's no more shout outs, here we go. Until next week.
Yeah.
We
are
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.